Let me share my screen. Like we discussed up to catalog, non-catalog, and guided buying. So there is another module called PO automation. So this is, I just given a high level only. I don't get deep into this module because PO automation is nothing but it is like, let me do one thing. Just I'll stop sharing. I'll just explain you. Yeah, I need to share one more document. But I have 1 second. Ready? Yep. Let me share it. So it is like up to we have discussed, right? There is another module. This is pure commerce automation. Commerce automation, nothing but they don't use Ariba. They use only Ariba network. So they initiate a PO from SAP and then they will push that order to supplier network. So let me give one high level picture so that you can able to understand. See here. So let me just drag it. See, you are able to see my screen, right? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this module is exclusively used if any supplier, any customer, they don't want to use Ariba, but they want to collaborate with supplier, then they will go with this module, PO automation. So it is like, the clearly see here, the purchase order always initiates from ERP and then it will reach supplier network. So supplier will receive this purchase order. Then what they will do is they will see, just follow this arrow marks, the process flow. So purchase order creation from S4 or ECC, it will reach. See, there are two swim lanes. One is SAP ERP buyer and there is supplier Ariba network. So here supplier will receive the purchase order and then he'll give the confirmation about purchase order that I have received it. I'm just giving the confirmation that I am going to send the goods or services. After that, supplier will give the shipment notice. Shipment notice is nothing but at what time, in which way you are going to send the goods. So if it is material, like many material, particular date, by this date we will be delivered, and by which mode of way, like it's a air transport or sea transport or roadways. So he will confirm, and they will have they can even the buyer can track the status of the shipment, like we do it for any courier service, right? Click on it. where is it, whether it is transit or it is out for delivery, something like that. We have that feature as well. So shipment notice is nothing but giving the exact dates when you will receive. So when we will be delivering the confirmed order, so they will deliver it. And after that, see here, the goods receipt, GRN is nothing but goods receipt. They will do it from S4 or SP ERP. So this, the the goods receipts will also update the supplier, so that they will, after receiving the goods receipt, right? So supplier send the goods, and PO update and inbound delivery that is created. Just forget about this inbound delivery and everything. We can discuss about it. But only thing is, at this point, just we have to understand that advanced shipment notice is communicating SAP ERP system. So from there, ERP system, they will do the GRN. GRN is nothing but goods received, that we have received these goods, the quantity, whatever it is, they can do. And here, one more thing is, so they can do the partial confirmation or the full confirmation. Suppose we have 100 items, okay, 100 units, the buyer has placed an order, but at this point you have only 50 in stock. So what you can do is, you can do the partial confirmation as well. So like we do when we put an order in any e-commerce site, right? At a time you will put all the items whatever you wanted, but sometimes, it will come all items. If it is available, they will send everything in one shipment. So sometimes, the partial shipment is also uh, possible. So at this point, what you can understand is, order confirmation is a full order confirmation, and we can do the partial order confirmation as well. So partial means, out of 100 you can just deliver 50. As of now, I'm just confirming 50, because this is a stock availability, and we will place whatever the mechanism they will, they will propose a new date for remaining items. So same with the shipment, we can do the full shipment for all items, or whatever you confirmed, so that based on the confirmation you can do the shipment. Why I am just reiterating the confirmation of partial and full? Because see here, the GRN. So suppose we have 100 pieces, and each one costs 1 rupee, so $1, so it's $100. So if supplier invoices full, like 100 pieces, it's $100, but we have received only 50, so we cannot pay, right? We cannot pay the invoice total amount, because whatever we receive, we'll pay according to the items we received. We'll pay only for 50. So if supplier sends the full invoice, it will fail. So in SAP, there is a mechanism where it will it will fail. There will be a matching. So order, receipts, and invoice. What is the order and how much we have received, and what the invoice we received it. So like, let me put it simple.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, I have a doubt. If we order the full quantity, and later we'll receive the partial order. So then the status of the PO would be changing to partial order, right?
Can you come again? Sorry.
If we order a quantity of 100, and
Okay.
later after 2-3 days, the supplier tell us that there is one quantity of 50, and we got
Mhm.
50, which is of partial.
Yes.
So at that time, the PO status would be changing from
It will.
to
It will.
partial, right? Partial
It
order.
will be the status would be receiving.
Yeah,
Receiving
receiving.
until you get full quantity,
Oh,
then the status will change to received.
received. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it is a partial order, then it would be partial order, right?
Yes. Yes. Correct. Correct. You are correct. Absolutely correct. So here, see here. So when the supplier submits the invoice, so the payment will be made based on the reconciliation. Reconciliation, it can be two-way or three-way match. Best is three-way match. Three-way match. So it is like simple. I'll make it very simple. So supplier ordered 100 quantity and he has done only 50. He has just delivered 50 and he made 100 of invoice of 100 units. So what happens? System will automatically checks what is the order items 100 and what we have done, so what we have received and what we have updated in the system. So if it is 50, then the invoice quantity is 100. What happens here is, so it will check for what is the PO quantity and then it will check for the receipts, how much we have received and what is the invoice. So if there is any discrepancy, the payment will be like, based on the configuration, it will be auto rejected, or it can most of the time any price discrepancy, quantity discrepancy, it will auto reject. The invoice will be auto rejected and that information will be sent to supplier. So this is a mechanism how the system works. It's not a SAP innovation or Ariba innovation. This is the common scenario how we do the payment for any invoice in your regular also. So you put a order for 10 items and you just, the mode of payment is cash on delivery, right? So if you go for cash on delivery, you received only out of 10 you received only 5. You cannot pay for 10 items because doesn't know if that order cancelled or the payment will stuck, or it doesn't matter. We don't take any risk. So in the normally we do it in a manually, like, so delivery boy comes and whatever we receive, irrespective of order, whatever we receive out of 10, we get only 5, we pay for 5, and then the order status will also auto updated. Even if you go for any e-commerce site, the same status will be updated. So same thing in the system as well. In SAP or Ariba, there is a three-way or two-way match based on the configuration we do it, and this is the common scenario. It doesn't matter that it is only Ariba specific or SAP specific. It is in all. Even you go for Oracle, you go for any ERP or any tool, Coupa or any cloud procurement tool, you will see this two-way and three-way match, which is most common jargon we use it, terminology we use it for two-way or three-way match. In the, like in Ariba terminology, we call it as a reconciliation, invoice reconciliation. Invoice reconciliation, nothing but I explained, right, how much we ordered, what we received, and what we received the invoice. So whether it is matching, then it will do the payment based on the payment terms, whatever we agree. So it doesn't matter. So once the reconciliation is done, if all good, then it will not directly do the payment for the supplier, because they will agree the payment terms. It's not like we do it once the reconciliation or invoice is good, then they're not going to do the payment, because when we onboard the supplier, we will add the payment terms. Payment terms is nothing but after the invoice posted, if it is posting date or the reconciliation date. Normally they will go for the posting date. Once the invoice is posted, if it is 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, whatever we agree, based on that we onboard the supplier. So this is the PO automation module. In this module, you have any questions, so that I'll get into integration piece high level. This module is similar to Ariba P2P only. Only thing is, in Ariba, we create a requisition and we do receipts in Ariba, and the supplier will post the invoice, and that invoice comes to first P2P and then it will go to SAP. So these activities, whatever we are doing here, right, GRN and purchase requisition, this will be done in P2P. It's procure to pay in Ariba module. So here this module PO automation is used because they don't want to use Ariba, but they want to collaborate with suppliers. So supplier collaboration is very important because you create a PO and we cannot chase the supplier that have you received the email, or let me please do the confirmation how much you are going to are you going to confirm the full order, or any gap between the order confirmation. So if there is no supplier collaboration, we have to, buyer has to see whoever has created the purchase order here, so he has to write an email to supplier, and if supplier is like using receiving order through email, then we have to manually call him or send a reminder email, and then you have to get the confirmation through email or through mobile or whatever the mechanism we communicate with the supplier. So if you see the manual efforts, or here we are sending a PO and we are placing a order, and then we are chasing the supplier that when you are going to give. And again, if you again if we want the confirmation, again we have to chase him, again we have to ask him like how you are going to send the material, whether it is shipway, roadway, airway, or sea. So it's all these pain points, right? It was in the older days, it was a big pain point to get the confirmation of the order. And if you do the GRN, again we have to tell them that boss, we have completed the goods receipt, whatever you have given, and then can you please post the invoice or paper invoice, whatever the invoice, you send an email so that the buyer will, AP team, like accounts payable team will receive the email, that paper invoice, and then that paper invoice they have to manually get into the system and then post the invoice attach the paper invoice. Again, they have to do the manual match. So how much is the paper invoice is nothing but they'll scan the invoice copy and they'll send it. So again, the same thing, manually the AP team has to check what is the PO order, how much we have received, and how much we got the invoice. So see that pain point. Without supplier collaboration, we cannot, like we can do it, but it's very tough. Like nowadays everybody is busy, so chasing people it doesn't make any sense for any business. Everything is digitalized, right? So it's a better option for the customers who don't want to use sourcing contracts or Ariba P2P. They can go for supplier collaboration so that they can easily communicate with the supplier through electronically to avoid the manual errors. So this is one good reason for using this PO automation. So any simple or complex doubts, please ask, no worries. Okay, so why I'm just explaining this part is because when we use the P2P, when we go for the P2P class, definitely the same process we will do the three-way match. If you see this one, the three-way match, everything I'll explain the same again in the P2P, so that once you are familiar with this three-way, two-way match and the order confirmation, the supplier collaboration, then it will be a cakewalk for you. Okay, now almost we have covered up to these all. So now the integration. So now let me Okay, so this integration is, so there is a standard without any cost. Cloud integration gateway is a communication channel, which is a middleware kind of thing for communicating SAP and Ariba. So, and this cloud integration gateway supports only S4 and ECC. It doesn't support for other ERPs. So SAP has invested time and money to build this platform, cloud integration gateway. Now that name has been changed to, let me give 1 second, let me just give me 1 second. I just need to check that what exactly is. It's a big name. Yeah, I think I know. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just getting those details.
That is CPI, sir.
Sorry guys, I got a call, so just give me 1 second. Just trying to get the details.
Is it PIPO?
Huh?
PIPO?
No, it's not PAPO. No, it's not PAPO. I'll explain that as well. Just give me 1 second, Mr. 1 second. Where is this document? Just hold on. Let me get the details because it's a new name change. That's very important. That's why I'm just taking some time. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, this is called managed gateway or spend management and business network. So this is something, right? Previously it was called cloud integration gateway. Now it is changed to managed gateway spend management. So you functionality is same, but the name, the convention has been changed. Naming convention has been changed. So this is one scenario. Okay. This is one scenario where we can use using CIG, whatever the managed gateway or spend management and business SAP business network. This is an integration channel where you can continuously, seamlessly, you can integrate, and it is real time. It's not like It's not like scheduling jobs and then it will update maybe based on the job schedule. It will update. I just before getting into this, I'll just give you one more example, like how it was earlier. Earlier it was. So it is right. Okay. Okay. This is previously it was the integration channel was before SAP acquired, we used to not only SAP acquired till like I think ITK has been absoluted in 2024, I guess this September or somewhere. The Ariba will never support, and the customers whoever are using this integration methodology. So if any issues, SAP is not going to help them. So they have to get out of this and they have to go for API. Only ITK, because there was no CIG or any other integration methodology. So when Ariba was they have let me give, so it's not a technical thing or no need to just for your information, it's not like that I can skip this one. But if someone asks you like are you aware of ITK, then we have to just make sure that how it works. ITK is totally file based integration. File based means Ariba, when a PO is created in Ariba, then that PO will send that files, all CSV files to ITK. So what I will one second.
సరే సార్ మరి నాకు చాలా ఉన్నాయి.
ముందు డాడీ ఇది ఒకటి తర్వాత నువ్వు రెడీ చేసి ఉంచు.
ఒక జత ఇచ్చేయమను, నీకు అర్జెంట్ ఏమంటే చేసి తెచ్చేస్తాను వీటితో పాటు. నీకు అంటే నీకు టైం ఉంటుంది, దాంట్లో బిజీ తర్వాత.
What happens is Ariba understands only CSV file, common separated values, CSV file. So it was earlier Ariba concentrated only on ITK. So Ariba understands only CSV language. What happens here is Ariba sends ITK CSV files. Files means it's all comma separated value files where we have the data, and then this what they will do is ITK will put here the incoming and outgoing folders. So let me give incoming and outgoing. Just give me 1 second. Don't get confused. I'll give a clear explanation. No, nothing to worry. Outbound. Okay. So now the PO data through files, it will placed in the storage location. Storage location is nothing but it's a landing zone. It's kind of a landing zone where files will be put. So this would be an outbound. So as from Ariba, it's an outbound. So what SAP will do is SAP only understands XML language. XML. It's an XML language. So there is a previously it was kind of a SAP RFC programs where that will read these files and that will convert it into XML, and then they will create a PO using a BAPI. So that's a terminology, just no need to worry about it. So anyway, when the PO is created, it will ITK will put it in the inbound or outbound folder, and a scheduled job from SAP, a scheduled job from ITK. So when ITK want to update Ariba, it will be like 15 to 20 minutes, whatever the frequency they set it. So here from Ariba, when Ariba is sending data to create a PO or to create a boost receipt or create a invoice, SAP will read the data through a scheduled job. So in this whole scenario, it's not a realistic. So it's all based on the frequency we set it for PO, receipts, invoice, and whatever the remittance, whatever it comes back from S4 to Ariba, Ariba to S4. So everything is file based and it's not a real time data. So if it's a, even when Ariba creates a PO, maybe the status is ordered or sent to ERP system, but still until the job runs and it picks up, and then when it will update, nobody knows. So it based on the frequency. So from Ariba end, what it says is, okay, order has been generated, and then we have this order has been carbon copied to ERP. So this is a very old and outdated technology. It's so what SAP has done is they came up with some, it is cloud integration gateway, but previously it was, and here, see here, it doesn't matter whether it is a ECC or Oracle or people.
This is done earlier, sir. Very old. It has been done
Very
like
old, very old. But at least you have to understand what are the integration mechanisms which is available within Ariba. So anyway, this is now outdated, but this platform was created because ITK, because it will support all ERPs, PeopleSoft, Oracle, S4, and ECC. But CIG, whatever this new terminology, supports only ECC or S4. That's the biggest difference. So now in ITK is being replaced with APIs. APIs is something technical, so just forget about it. No need to worry, because most of the customers, they go for CIG because all the big customers have backend system of S4 or ECC. So here the biggest difference is it's real time and it's all web service based. So create a PO through CIG, it will update ECC and you'll get the confirmation instantly. You'll get the confirmation from ECC. Whenever you do the receipts from Ariba, it will go here and it will update here. So it's all realistic. So this is the best way. And if they don't want to use CIG, then it's now tough to integrate, because ITK is absoluted and you want to go for the web services standard, there are a lot of limitations. And if you want to go with APIs, then it's pure technical, and we need, as a functional consultant, we cannot do that. Again, we have to work with the CPA consultant. So kind of cloud platform integration consultant. So they will, it's kind of API means Ariba provides URL. So that URL, we have to work with the external system developer and we have to give them so that he will consume it. So that's the biggest process. When we go for the integration class, we will definitely discuss about it. So here there is one more scenario. So, and here CIG is absolutely free, zero maintenance for ITK. We have to manually maintain it. So if something, if you get any application error, or if you do the upgradation, if there is any compatibility issues, it's not like only ITK. So when we when we install it in our application server, where if they upgrade to new version of, or if they upgrade to any service pack, we need to check with ITK as well, because if ITK is not compatible with that new version, then all transactions will fail. So that is the biggest challenge. So now this is, what should I say, it's absoluted or discontinued by SAP. This is the realistic. And there is another, this is a common scenario where all customers will use CIG as a middleware. Now when there are big customers and financial or insurance domain, they don't trust CIG. They will add another extra layer of security that is called middleware. Middleware. It may be PIPO, or it may be Informatica, any tool actually, any BizTalk, TIPCO, any middleware which is compatible, because the data will be encrypted. So Ariba will send data to CIG. CIG will not directly update ERP system. It will go through middleware. So middleware will extract the data from CIG, and then it will encrypt it, and then it will update ECC. So PO is created in Ariba. That PO will first reach to CIG, and then it will reach middleware, and middleware converts all the data into whatever the language which SAP understands, and then it will create a PO here, and then it will happen. Everything will happen instantly. It is like real time. So the response, when you create a PO, it will reach CIG, and then from CIG it will go to middleware, and it will encrypt the data, and it will create a PO here. Again, the PO confirmation, like the PO whatever XYZ 1 2 3 has been created, that PO again it will come back and it will update Ariba. So it's all real time. And this scenario only applicable when our backend system is S4. If there is backend system is Oracle, then middleware will work, but this will not work. CIG will not work. They have to opt for another channel, for another integration channel, which can be used as APIs or ITK. ITK anyway, it is end of support. So even if you implement it, if you get any error, any data loss, we have to bear. The customer has to bear it. So that's not a good idea. It doesn't make any sense for that. So this is the integration. So this is absoluted ITK. So either we have to go with, if your backend ERP system is SAP, then use CIG. And if your backend system is S4 and customer wanted to implement PIPO for extra layer of security and the proper error descriptions, like in middleware, if anything fails, it will give a clear error why it is failed. Like I can give an example, like if something SAP is expecting a mandatory value, but Ariba is not sending that, it is a null. Or if any character which is not acceptable by SAP, like any comma or any special character, PO will give a clear error message that this is the value which is causing the failure. SAP expecting this value and Ariba is not sending this. SAP will not accept this special character, but Ariba is keep on sending this. So it is failed. So please correct that and then resend it. So this is the two way of integration. And when we get into integration classes, I'll show how the configuration works and what exactly the Ariba technical consultant do the configuration. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts? Let me know.
So Raj, like do Ariba has middlewares?
Ariba itself is this is CIG is a middleware.
Okay.
So
after CIG there is no middleware like PIPO.
No. It is PIPO is again, it's a SAP product, right? All are SAP products only, but not all customers will use PIPO because there is a cost involved. So it is like, if you see previously, I don't remember if you guys remember when before Jio came into Indian market, the internet we used to recharge, like for data transfer, it is in the kbps, right? How much data we transfer from one mobile to another mobile, or any other communication. You download anything from email using that particular internet, that will be based on how much data we downloaded it. It may be KB or MB or anything. So PO will be charging the same thing. So Ariba sends 10 MB of file. So for each and every transfer of data, middleware will charge. So not all customers will like defense or anything.
Hello.
So these are all. Ariba will run on public cloud, so public internet. Whoever has proper credentials, you can log into Ariba and you can push the data. Even it is also public cloud. It's a public internet. It will be hosted in public internet. So, but if it is a customer is having some insurance domain, right? They can't trust. So if something comes with that file, if it is corrupted, then whole their system will be screwed up, right? So that's the reason only delicate customers will use this PIPO or middleware, any middleware. Okay, this is how it works. So CIG, this is managed gateway or spend management, and SAP business network is a new terminology, which was earlier it was a cloud integration gateway. Okay, this has been replaced with this. So hope you guys have some high level of understanding of integration, how it works. So it is a seamless integration. Okay.
And regarding the previous slide, this third slide.
Yep.
So
This
this ITK.
Okay.
ITK. So you have told that there would be some files which would be transferring from Ariba to SAP. So like, is this files are same as like IDOC, or is it different like XML files?
No, it's a CSV files. And when you dump this, whatever the PO data here, so SAP will read and it will convert that CSV into XML. Through IDOC, it will create a WAPI. Through WAPI, it will create a PO or receipts and invoice. They follow the same. So Ariba understands CSV language. Okay.
Okay.
And SAP understands only XML language through IDOC, if you are familiar.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and when if they use ITK and SAP through RFC or any schedule program, it will send the confirmation in XML. But what ITK will do is it will convert that XML into CSV format, because the Ariba only understands CSV language.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, from Ariba it will come as a CSV file, and later it will be taken as XML, and later it will be converted as IDOC, and then it will be sent to SAP, right?
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So as of now, we'll conclude this class. We'll start sourcing, because we have only 4 minutes. So 4 minutes, even if I explain anything else, it won't have any impact. So freshly we'll start in the new class, and get prepared for the sourcing. Prepared for the sourcing. I am already prepared the documentation, clear documentation with screenshots as well. 2 documents I have prepared. One is for training and one is for understanding what is sourcing. Okay.
Okay. Can we get the documents which you are sharing now?
After the class, definitely. Okay. You want this? This is roughly I have just created it.
Okay.
Okay. I'll share it. No worries. It's always it's pleasure to share the knowledge. Okay. But because module wise, it's an overview of modules, right? So I'll share module wise once we complete sourcing, right? Sourcing module, I'll share the document. So with screenshot, so that you will understand. Overview, I don't think it will help you. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks all. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.